Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I'm not confident enough, I'm not successful enough, I'm just not enough? Now imagine someone tells you the solution is simple. Stand in front of a mirror every morning and tell yourself you're confident. Sounds ridiculous, right? But here's the surprising part. Thousands of women swear it changed their lives. So is mirror magic real psychology or just another self-help myth? Stay with me until the end, because I'll not only reveal what science actually says about mirror affirmations, but I'll also share a simple step-by-step 7-day mirror magic routine that you can start tomorrow to build confidence, strengthen your self-worth, and become the best version of yourself. What if the biggest person holding you back is the one staring back at you every morning? And what if changing that relationship could change everything else? Most of us don't realize how often we talk negatively to ourselves. A small mistake becomes, I'm so stupid. One rejection becomes, maybe I'm not good enough. Over time, these thoughts stop feeling like opinions. They start feeling like facts. That's where mirror affirmations come in. The idea isn't to lie to yourself, it's to interrupt the constant criticism and replace it with words that help you grow. But does that actually work? Let's find out. Before I tell you what science says, let me tell you about a moment that almost changed my life for the worse, because I nearly said no to an opportunity I dreamed of. Not because I lacked the skills, but because I lacked confidence. A few years ago, my company chose me to represent them at a major business exhibition. It was a huge opportunity to meet potential clients and build important partnerships, but inside, I was terrified. I kept thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if they ask a question I can't answer? Maybe someone else should be representing the company instead. That's when one of my colleagues gave me a simple suggestion. She said, every morning before the event, stand in front of the mirror and speak to yourself the way you'd encourage your best friend. Honestly, I thought it sounded strange, but I decided to try. Every morning, I looked into the mirror and said, I am prepared. I know my work. I don't have to be perfect to make an impact. At first, it felt awkward, but after a few days, something started to change. Not my skills, my mindset. Then came the day of the exhibition. I was still nervous, but this time, fear wasn't making my decisions, and what happened next taught me something I'll never forget. Instead of overthinking every conversation, I focused on helping people. I spoke with confidence. I answered questions calmly. And by the end of the exhibition, our company secured the client. A few months later, I was offered a leadership role as a manager. Now, did mirror affirmations get me promoted? No. My preparation, knowledge, and hard work did that. But mirror affirmations helped me stop doubting myself long enough to show what I was truly capable of. And that raises a fascinating question. If the mirror isn't magical, then what exactly is happening inside our brains when we practice mirror affirmations? Let's look at what psychology and neuroscience actually say. What if I told you that the biggest obstacle standing between you and confidence isn't your appearance, your age, or your abilities? It's the story your brain keeps repeating. And the good news? Science suggests that stories can be rewritten. Let's start with something psychologists call self-talk. Whether you realize it or not, your brain is having conversations with you all day long. I'll probably fail. They're better than me. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. Most of these thoughts happen automatically. The problem is, your brain doesn't always distinguish between what's true and what's repeated. The more often you tell yourself something, the more familiar it becomes. And familiarity often starts feeling like truth. That's why negative self-talk can slowly become part of your identity. Mirror affirmations interrupt that cycle, not by pretending your problems don't exist, but by giving your brain a healthier script to rehearse. But here's where most people unknowingly sabotage themselves. They choose affirmations their brain refuses to believe, and that's exactly why they quit. Imagine someone drowning in self-doubt standing in front of a mirror saying, I'm the most confident woman in the world. Deep inside, the brain responds, no, you're not. Now there's conflict. Instead of building confidence, you've created resistance. Psychologists suggest using affirmations that feel believable and action-oriented. Instead of saying, I'm fearless, try saying, I'm learning to handle fear with courage. Instead of "I'm perfect," say "I improve every time I try." These statements don't deny reality, they expand it, and that's much easier for your mind to accept. If you're still wondering whether successful women actually use this kind of mindset, the answer might surprise you, because many do. It just doesn't always look like standing in front of a mirror. Take Mel Robbins, for example. She often speaks about interrupting negative thoughts before they spiral and replacing them with intentional action. Her famous 5-second rule isn't about waiting until confidence appears. It's about acting before fear talks you out of it. Then there's Oprah Winfrey. Throughout her career, she's spoken about the importance of speaking to yourself with compassion rather than criticism. Her success wasn't built on never doubting herself. It was built on refusing to let self-doubt make her decisions. So, if you wanted to try mirror magic tomorrow morning, how would you do it the right way? Not the social media version, the version that actually helps build self-trust. Here's a simple 7-day mirror magic routine you can start with. Step 1. Stand in front of a mirror for just 2 minutes. No phone, no distractions, just you. Step 2. Look into your own eyes, not at your hair, your skin, or your clothes, at you. Step 3. Take 1 slow breath. Then repeat 3 believable affirmations. I am capable of learning. I deserve kindness from others and from myself. Today, I'll take 1 brave step. Notice these aren't grand promises, they're commitments. Finally, end by asking yourself 1 question. What's 1 small action today that the future version of me would be proud of? Then actually do it. Because affirmations without action become wishful thinking. Action turns words into evidence, and evidence builds confidence. But before you expect miracles, there's one truth about confidence that nobody talks about, and understanding it could save you from disappointment. Mirror affirmations won't magically erase years of insecurity. They won't replace therapy if you're dealing with deep emotional wounds. They won't instantly remove fear before a difficult conversation, but they can change something incredibly important. They can change the relationship you have with yourself. Think about it. If someone criticized you every single morning for 5 years, wouldn't that affect your confidence? Of course it would. So why is it so hard to believe that encouraging yourself every morning can also make a difference? Your words matter, especially the ones you whisper to yourself when nobody else is listening. One day, you'll stand in front of a mirror and realize something unexpected. The woman looking back hasn't become perfect. She simply stopped waiting for permission to believe in herself. And maybe that's the real magic. So, is mirror magic science? Yes, because psychology shows that our thoughts, beliefs, and repeated self-talk influence how we feel and behave. Is it magic? Not in the way social media often portrays it. The mirror itself has no special power. You do. The mirror is simply a reminder to stop speaking to yourself like an enemy and start speaking to yourself like someone worth believing in. So tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, spend just 2 minutes looking yourself in the eyes. Say something kind, say something true, then take 1 action that proves those words. Because confidence isn't built the moment you say, I believe in myself. It's built the moment you start acting like you do. If this video reminded you to be a little kinder to yourself, let me know in the comments. What's 1 affirmation you'll say to yourself tomorrow morning? And if you know another woman who constantly doubts herself, share this video with her. Sometimes the most powerful words we'll ever hear are the ones we choose to say to ourselves. Until next time, keep upgrading your mind, because when you upgrade your mind, you upgrade your life. If you want more videos that help you build a stronger mindset, overcome challenges, and upgrade the way you think, make sure you subscribe to the Mind Upgrade.